Welcome back to another episode of Thursday's Action Figure News and Reviews. And it's been a few weeks, or about a week, since everyone else has put out their clutch with the Vamp. So now it's my turn to open this vehicle up and to really see what's going on with it. So give us a minute, and in the magic of YouTube, we'll be right back after we open this up. Okay, so what we have here, fresh out the box, we have our wonderful Vamp looking really good. It's a lot heavier than I expected it to be, but this is very, very nice. We also get the four wheels that come separate, and we also get the foot locker, of course, with the 112 emblem on it, with all the gear inside, and our clutch figure. Now, one moment. Okay, welcome back. So now we're going to first start off with clutch. And as we're taking a look at this guy, this head sculpt on him looks great. It does look like in a original one he had more of a 5 o'clock shadow, but it looks like they gave him a beard this time. Also gave him the oily hair type look for what he's really known for, back when he was civilian and he used to be a street racer. He has that kind of grunge look to him. And let's see here. We also look, he has the stars flag on his shoulder is going in the back direction. And if you look at that, that's actually the way it's supposed to be, because we run towards battle. We don't run from battle, which is why the flag is always poised in that direction. So we also, looks like we have some nice little tattoos on his arms, racing flags, a couple other things. Oh, he does have his belt, his tool belt on his side. Looks like it has a flashlight, screwdrivers, looks like that little Swiss Army knife. There's also a place on here for his wrench, which actually looks pretty good. Comes in this red finish with a little black accents to it. Very, very nice. A little pliable, but it keeps its shape. And then that will store just fine right there. He also comes with his gun. I believe this is the same gun that came with General Hawk, but that one will also fit quite nicely right there. And he has his shotgun, which we might put on him a little later. Also comes with his regular helmet, which people say is loose, but if you think about Clutch's character, the way he would have his helmet is normally in a loose position, and the fact that we can actually move it around like that gives it a lot more playability for me. Now, we also have the other helmet that it comes with. Looks like it has this shark face, this red visor, also fits right over his head. And again, it's another helmet, it's not an alternate head. Looks pretty good. It looks like it might be one that I might add to another figure to ride with him, not necessarily with Clutch, because I want to keep Clutch's classic look to him. And to me, that is how he would appear best. But looking at this figure, you also see that he has pinless arms and legs. He has the typical movement that most G.I. Joes have. Has a great movement in his butterfly joints, up and down. He has good movement in his legs. Looks like he can do the splits. Looks like this side is hindered a little bit by the belt, but the belt is movable, so we could actually move that out the way. He also has drop down hips. So far, this guy is a winner. He looks good, he moves good. Looks like he can bend forward, backwards, side to side. Looks like this vest is pretty pliable and actually does not get in the way of his movement, which I was not expecting. So that is really good. Now, for what y'all have been waiting for, we're going to start now taking a look at the Vamp. So let's put part of this thing together and see how it goes from there. All right, and now it is a time that we have been waiting for, putting together of the vamp. So I have already put on the handles or the O-ish grips, if y'all know what I'm talking about. So, and we put the wheels on and they were right. It does have a really good suspension on it, rolls quite easily. Very, very nice so far. If we turn this big joker around and we can lift up, you even get to see the engine inside. So that'll give Clutch something to work on. Have Cover Girl come over and help him with it. So, that's an easy night out. All right. And then looks like we also have the winch that this thing comes with. Really nice thing to add to it. Get those Joes in line or help them getting pulled out of a tight spot. Right back down. So with this, to start putting these things together, we have this little brown piece here that actually fits on really well. You can see right here, it has a bigger side and a smaller side that shows you exactly where on this it will snap onto, which like so. Then we also have this little doohickey here that comes with it. I always thought this was a gun, but to be honest, I really don't know what it is. So we'll just go with a gun for now because the original actually was a gun. And a small story about this Jeep. When I had the original 3 3/4 Jeep when I was a kid, we used to do all types of wild and crazy things with it. We used to get cherry crackers, if you know what those are. We would bury them in the yard and then we'd light them and roll the Jeep over them. And once it went over, there was that explosion. The Jeep figures, everything went flying. So, you had to have it in like it was a real war. So, whoever survived, survived, and whoever didn't got to ride for another day. We won't be doing that with this Joker right here, but that is something fun to look back on that we used to do with that. So now we'll finish putting on these accessories. Okay, so this also comes with a shovel, and the shovel is actually quite nice. It's just a regular plain black shovel, but it looks like it's a good design. It's not too loose, pretty sturdy, so we'll use that. And if you look at the shovel, it just should just snap on right here, which it does. And so now move Clutch over out the way for a moment, and we'll turn this joker around so we can see the backside. And if you also take a look at this, you have these rear view mirrors, and the way they did this, they are really reflective. It's almost like they have a real mirror in there. You can see yourself in that mirror. So but when we turn this around here, we also get 2 gas cans. So gas can number 1 slide in there like so. Gas can number 2, so slide in like so. Makes for a good and snug fit. Now let's turn this thing back around and see if we can get these lights on. All right, welcome back. And now we've actually added the lights to this thing. You have the front lights here that we added, just snaps on into place. The lights look really good. They have a really realistic look to them. You have the lights up at the top, also looks really good, same. And you also has this windshield that can pop down just in case you need to start shooting at some enemies. You don't want to blow your glass out, correct? I know, right? And then the last thing that we're going to add here is the gun with the ammo rack. And this looks great. You got your 2 guns. They actually can come off if need be. If you have rock and roll or roadblock with you, they go and tat 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 tat, rat tat 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 a couple of folks and see how that's going to go down for them. I don't think it's going to work well. Got the lights coming off. Also, we also had a space for the axe. The axe slides right back here for safekeeping, just in case you need it for a little, one-on-one action. All right. And last but not least, we also have this little fire extinguisher. It's actually really cute. You got this little red fire extinguisher, and it also fits right in front of the guns behind the driver's seat. There's a little snap for it, snaps right on, and here you go, ladies and gentlemen. We have our vamp in all of its glory. What can we say about this? The G.I. Joe team has done an excellent job with this, but now what do we want to see? With some figures. Okay, now let's see what it looks with some figures inside. Right now, we have our boy Clutch, CoverGirl, and Roadblock on the back, manning the guns. Turn this Joker around and look how good that looks. Running into attack mode, getting ready to really put some hurt on Cobra. That his tank, who cares about that? Joes aren't worried, they always come prepared. Got CoverGirl hanging out the side, Block on the back with the guns. Amazing. Now let's do a little bit more. All right, now that we are about to close this out, we'll do a few size comparisons. We have Rock and Roll on the motorcycle. Now, if you remember, Rock and Roll and Clutch were a part of the original 9 Joes. So you had Clutch in his Jeep, you had Rock and Roll on the motorcycle. So this is also bringing back some great nostalgia with that. We only need a few more figures to complete the original 9. I think we need Zap and Short Fuse, and there's one other that slips my mind. But once we have those 3, the original 9 Joes will be complete. Cannot wait to see what else is coming from this team. Everything looks amazing. It works great. It's heavy. It's durable. It doesn't seem like it's going to break anytime soon. It has a lot of playability that comes with it. I can't wait to see more people do some ACBA to see what they can come up with. But for me, 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10, I'm happy with it. So with that, we're going to close out, and always remind you, like, share, and subscribe. And always remember, stay thirsty, my friends. And I'm out.